For anyone who isn't familiar with the concept, a recursive translation is when something is taken from one language, translated to at least one more, and then converted back to the source language. The results can be quite interesting. Anyway, let's go. Future impact. While we follow the changes in the jelly, a mysterious storm is driving H.E.A.T, the team he will travel to in 2022. There they discover a post-apocalyptic future in which Godzilla and other monsters are dead, humanity is nearly extinct, and the world is plagued by terrifying creatures known as D.R.A.G.M.A. As the team fights to survive alongside future versions of Kraven and Hicks, they discover that the upgrade was created by scientist Jonathan Inslee. After narrowly returning to the past, they decide to stop him before he creates a kind of monster. But Inslee's democracy restoration project against global mechanized Armageddon, D.R.A.G.M.A, is ready, and the team is now working on Inslee's work before the stairs are installed and the blue of the future becomes visible. Must be fought to destroy it. Titan's Cache. In the midst of an attack by H.E.A.T, the flock of turtles becomes disorganized and Godzilla is surprised by the slowest call of disaster. After escaping the beetles, the billionaire team discovers Godzilla being hosted as the new star attraction at Maximilian Spiel's Monster War Ring. Now with Audrey and the Beast at his side, Godzilla's team must be saved from a deadly battle with other mutants. Stairs. It is told in a documentary style that the H.E.A.T team is called to Miami to deal with the Sky Tiger, and a giant female mosquito is transformed by S.C.A.L.E's attack. Servants of latecomers to Earth is an ecology group led by Alexander Springer, who believes that change is the next step in evolution. H.E.A.T transports Skytra to Monster Island so that he can be interrogated by the U.S. military. But unknown to them, they have an unwelcome guest. H.E.A.T and Audrey kill the heat seeker in hopes of a good story, and S.C.A.L.E is followed by a giant island. When extremists hatch a monster plan and take over Monster Island, the only hope lies with the combined forces of H.E.A.T, Major Hicks and his soldiers, Audrey and H.E.A. Protector. Egyptian archaeologists have accidentally resurrected Norzog, the Iron Lion, a giant sphinx-like monster that once served as the guardian of the ancient city of Amun-Re. Heat. In ancient texts, it turns out that townspeople would intentionally make rustling noises after being attacked by the creature to stop its rampage. Now the team must find a way to repeat this feat before this legendary horror consumes every drop of oil in the Middle East. Show strangeness. When Tobias Wilson, the circus leader, is touring Manhattan's Wonder World of Wonders with mutants, a mutant jellyfish named Medusa escapes from the aquarium and goes crazy, and things take a turn for the worst. I end up proceeding to because of the presence of electrolytes and water. When the researchers discover that this creature is sucking water from its victims, it is up to Medusa to stop it before draining every drop of water from the earth. It's taking place. End of the road. During a romantic cruise to Alaska, Nick and Audrey's ship is attacked by mutant turtles, but they are saved not by Godzilla, but by D.R.A.G.M.A, a mutant Komodo dragon. When Godzilla heads to Alaska to find Nick and H.E.A.T, they make a shocking discovery. Godzilla and D.R.A.G.M.A were in love, and Godzilla became a surrogate father to D.R.A.G.M.A's eggs. But the missing turtles are still nearby, and the U.S. military is ordered to exterminate all monsters in the area, leaving Nick and the team to save two of their giant reptile lovers. What a long and strange journey it has been. In a battle against a giant bacterium called Godzilla, the mutant Bacillus is infected by the bacterium and has to fight for his life. While Elsie, Randy, and Mendel use antibiotics to weaken the bacteria, Nick and Monique must enter Godzilla's body and destroy the source of the infection before it dies. Wedding bells rang. When Elsie's estranged parents arrive in New York for her sassy sister's wedding, Elsie ends up going as her bridesmaid to help the mutant stingray H.E.A.T. When her army's battle ends with a monster destroying her wedding, Elsie not only captures her monster, but proves to her parents that she's not who she thinks she is. I decide to try it. Rolling. Shortly after anonymously, he received a bid of $5 million. H.E.A.T. The first time the team encountered the creature, they were unstoppable. But when they encountered it again, they noticed it had turned into a giant cricket. A mating bug is jamming all of Chicago's radars, and H.E.A.T must find a way to silence the creature long enough to attack its target. Area 51. Just as H.E.A.T has had enough of Randy, Elsie convinces the rest of her team to investigate Area 51's mutation detection. They discover that Area 51's real secret is not aliens, but mutations created underground by nuclear testing. When one of the mutant prisoners, a spiny demon mutant, a type of lizard, escapes from his cage, the team and Godzilla must stop the creature from escaping the base and destroying nearby Las Vegas. Yeah. Whirlwind. They were having a nice and calm day at the beach when a storm surprises them. They trace its origins to energy experiments at a local plant and discover new traces near the plant. When another tornado occurs, H.E.A.T, he discovers that a giant toy mutant has joined Pollock and created the Rooster. And now the race is on to take him down before his voracious metabolism consumes all of New York. Spear. While visiting an exhibition to obtain a research patent, the team encounters a lost woman named Meg. He asks his team to rescue two brothers, Stephen and Kevin, who went to a silver mine 50 years ago where a group of miners disappeared without a trace. While Monique is left in charge of Meg, unfortunately, The rest of the team encounters Silver Hydra. The Silver Hydra envelops anyone unlucky enough to find it, and can regenerate when damaged. The race begins to defeat Hydra before Kevin, Steven, Elsie, and Godzilla are turned into bloodless silver statues. Where did you get stung? While Godzilla is at Fort Armstrong, New Mexico, the team discovers that a giant mutated scorpion, nicknamed Fuego by the locals, is roaming the area. However, while attempting to capture the monster, they are attacked by U.S. military commander Colonel William Tarleton, an old friend of Hicks, who seeks to destroy both Sago and Godzilla. H.E.A.T discovers that Sagor was created by a first-wave military plan, and when Tarleton plans to use the creature's descendants, codenamed Second Wave, as a biological weapon, H.E.A.T and Hicks must convince Tarleton to stop when the scorpions attack. Lose control. Seasonal Lizard. Cameron Winter destroys Dale, Bill, and Hank, Southern hunters released from prison by the Cat and Mouse, and uses them as lizard killers. 3 armed fighting machines, giant robots, tanks, jet planes, plane. A program whose mission is to destroy Godzilla. Cameron's computer system, H.E.A.T, and his Knicks must find a way to stop their interference, get rid of Cameron, and save the 3 Godzilla hunters. Underground movement. Another dangerous species has appeared on the scene, this time in the form of a giant hummingbird that attacks a plane flying over San Francisco. Worst of all, hummingbirds have the ability to move their wings faster than any other species of bird in the world, so this change in the mutated bird could be invisible. Godzilla cannot see living things, so he closes himself off so that he is invisible to the naked eye. Ring of Flame. The team was disbanded due to a lawsuit from the city of Miami, due to damage caused by giant mutant bats. While Nick, Monique, and Elsie discuss the lawsuit, Randy and Craven decide to move to Michigan, without Nick's permission. The variation in question is the mushroom fungus, a giant fungus that has the ability to suck amino acids from all living things. This proves to be too soon for the 2, who are left stranded in the desert with only their wits and clothes on their backs. Once the others find out about their ancestors, it's time to put them on alert and take down the armory before Godzilla sucks them out. Vision. Stella, a strange creature made of fire, attacks an oil platform in New Mexico. When Godzilla arrives to stop him, Randy and Craven see an opportunity to make a fortune if they can harness the monster's ability to regenerate energy. After H.E.A.T destroys the creature, Randy and Mandel sneak into its headquarters to study it. But things take a horrifying turn when it regains consciousness and begins burning everything in its path. Made Jean du Marais. While covering Mardi Gras in New Orleans, Audrey hears rumors of an alien swamp beast and decides to H.E.A.T. The creature soon showed itself to be comparable to Godzilla, and the team began to suspect that the beast had something to claim with the locals. It's the swamp's revenge against corrupt local politician Paulus DeMonchi, who wants to produce oil in the swamp. But can they prove it before the swamp beast destroys New Orleans? Turn on Seizure. When the Deep Dweller transforms into a giant toad and begins attacking ships and wiping out the coast of New Jersey, H.E.A.T appears. They must help Godzilla return to the depths of the ocean, but they are thwarted by Milo Sanders, a kindly and obnoxious tour promoter who wants to make money by taking good footage of Godzilla. It's all the same thing. Thank you for the registration question?